Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor as due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel, broad lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the Spirit titled, Don't Let Children Be Your Stumbling Block in this truth. As you know, brothers, including myself, have children, have bore children in this wicked kingdom, which can be a detriment and a stumbling block if you don't know how to balance the affairs of children or your child. One thing I've noticed here too in America is the fact that the topic of kids is very sensitive, okay? And they play off that narrative of using kids to play on the emotions of the people, you know, like with this new Canadian hate speech bill. I think it's C.367, if I'm not mistaken. Allegedly has come about because some teen committed suicide based on some type of internet shambles, some madness like that. You know, they play off the emotions of the parents because the kids, you know. So when you mention kids here in America, it's like everybody goes off the deep end. So when you have kids of your own, you adopt these particular prejudices with them or towards them, so to speak, whether it be good or bad. Because for one thing, the mother, she assumes their role and identity over the kid. And a lot of brothers in this thing, you know, they're not able to have the sustainable relationship they desire with their child, you know, and sometimes that could be of a detriment to your salvation, because you remember what Yahweh Shai says, those forsake me, those that follow me, those that forsake father, mother, wife, household, children should receive 100-fold in the kingdom. So sometimes losing your kids in this thing can be a sacrifice towards you for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know, because ultimately speaking, kids is a beautiful thing when they're brought up in the right dynamic, you know. So a lot of men in this thing, they have kids, and men have fell out the truth because of their children not being able to see their children, or, you know, they have done something and went off the deep end and put judgment on the mother. You know, now they're not in the truth anymore because, you know, they didn't think things through, but instead they allowed the situation to play on their emotions. Because these children today, man, they're just wicked as hell. Okay, you'd be surprised on some of the conversations I've heard among these children, man. And I mean, these kids are little demons. You know, I mean, we were bad when we were coming up, but this, like the Lord said, this fourth generation, this generation is a complete mess, man. Okay, these kids are all messed up. They're disrespectful. Okay, they don't have any respect for their elders. Okay, they no responsibility. Like one video I saw about a month ago, it was this Jake that was basically, you know, trying to put responsibility in his son's hands, and this little dude was, he had to be a Mo or something, because he was basically arguing back and forth with his father, talking about some, well, I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to get no job. I mean, you know, he was just talking shit, you know. After his father told him to rake the leaves or shovel the snow, he can make money. He like, I got my own money. I don't want to do all that. You know, just being a little dickhead, man. You know, and ask yourself, are these the kids that you really want to have something to do with? You know, and I catch with my own child sometime, you know, when she get her little managed ways, you know, she get in a little stubborn ways and shit like that. You know, you got to fucking check her ass. Like, look, little girl, what the fuck? You know, all because they've grown up in this weak ass society when they pedestalize women. You know, the kids are ran by these overly emotional creatures, and ultimately, you know, the so-called white man with these agendas, you know, with the trans movement, you know, with the boy on boy, girl on girl, this shit is being drummed into the kids' mindset, so they have these rebellious attitudes, man. You know, even towards their parents. Okay, those of you brothers that may have estranged children or that may not be close with your child, but you talk to them, just pay attention to where they text. You know, just pay attention to what they say and how they say it. A lot of them are brief. You know, you say, hey, how you doing? How's your morning? Fine. What you do today? Nothing. You know, how you feel today? Okay. You know, and shit like that. I'll be ready to smack the piss out your mouth, man, because we didn't talk to our parents like that growing up, man. Okay, it was good morning. Hey, how you doing? And you elaborate. You know, it's like these little fucking bastards. They don't understand open-ended questions, man. Okay, the purpose of an open-ended question, what, when, how, why, and where, is so you could get more information out the person. It's called an open-ended question because it leads into other conversation. They don't understand that, because of stupid ass mothers and these school systems, man. So brothers, if you're not really having a relationship with your kids, and it seems to be kind of minute at this point, what kind of not versatile, not minute, slakia, poor choice of words, but if it seems to be falling on deaf ears, or it may not be the most profitable circumstance, don't fret about it, man. Just let the Lord deal with it, because ultimately, man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai knows more than we do, So, do the best you can, but if you can't get any dealings out of it, then, don't stress yourself out over it, man. It's not worth it, okay? So this is the book of Proverbs 22, and I'm going to start at 6. It says, train up a child the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And the thing of it is, most of us had kids when we wasn't in his faith. So it was hard to bring up the child believing in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Even then, if you have the rebellious baby mother, she wants to be averse or perverse to what you're doing. She wants to be averse to you, man. She's adverse, meaning she's an adversary to you. I remember my baby girl was 2 years old, man, and we was kind of bumping heads over some shit. And I'm like, look, man, this is the dietary plan. This is what we gonna do. We not gonna eat this shit no more, X, Y, and Z. And the bitch, she just really wouldn't get in line with it. Well, nah, you ain't tell my daughter what to eat, and I was just like, what? At the point, Jake just like, fuck it, I'm done with it. Because who the hell wants to go through all that just to father a fucking child, man? It shouldn't be that hard. It's like, it ain't like you're telling them to destroy. You're telling them that for their benefit. But they don't see it that way, because with a simple fact, they want to be in control. So at the end of the day, what do? You just say fuck it, because everything shouldn't be a battle or a struggle. So for you brothers out there that's not seeing your kids, man, hey, yeah, it sucks. It's a shitty ordeal. But at the end of the day, hey, it is what it is. Leave it up to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So anyway, Proverbs 22 and 6, train up a child the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it. So, that's the in a perfect life, but unfortunately, we don't have that type of circumstance here in America, man. Okay, and these women make it just that hard to have any dealings with our children. All right, then this is why it tells us here. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. 16. Yep, 16, and I'm gonna start at verses 1. It says, "The word of Yahweh came into me also, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither should thou have sons or daughters in this place." Okay, you had what they call the Neo-Babylonian Empire, which was ran by the Assyrians, and then you had the Babylonian Empire, which the Babylonians, I believe, they were ancient the Hamitic nations, if I'm not mistaken. But then you had Syrians as well. So you had Babylon that was broken up into like two different empires, but still the Babylonian Empire, because they kept the same customs and adhered to the same ideologies for the most part. Okay, because ancient Babel, which Babel means confusion, was headed by this guy by Nimrod, and Nimrod was a Cushite. All right, he's a Cushite, which is a Hamite. But it says, "Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither should thou have sons or daughters in this place." Right, the Lord commanded us in realism, like, to not have kids here, man. Like, if I know what I've known 12 years ago, 13 years ago, I never would have kids. That's why for you brothers out there that don't have children, hey, I take my hat off to you, man, because hey, you don't have to deal with the bullshit. You don't have to deal with child support. You don't have to deal with somebody taking your taxes. You don't have nobody deal with trying to take you to court every other month. You don't have to deal with the woman getting out of order. Hey, man, if you can keep your seed out of these holes, man, please do it. Like, man, I'll trade places with y'all any fucking day. Because like I said, man, you brothers that don't have children, shit, hey, be careful, man. Don't get all gung-ho. Now some brothers are just in their spirit to have kids. Like certain brothers got a lot of kids, and that's cool. That's how the Lord set it up. And brother have access to all his children. That's a beautiful thing. But when you know that you ain't dealing with the brightest individual, then you got to be real careful on who you put the rod in and put the seed in, man. I have a motto: put it on her, not in her. Put it on her, not in her. But it says, "For thus says the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters in this place, and concerning the mothers that bear them and the fathers that begot them, they should die of grievous deaths, and they should not be lamented, neither should they be buried." Right? Because we coming into a time that things are getting ready to start happening, man. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahushai is getting ready to lay the hammer down on Babylon the Great. And it's safe to say that a lot of our children ain't gonna make it, man. You know? It's safe to say that. Like me personally, I don't know if my kid gonna make it. I mean, she's not under my roof like that anymore. So I don't know if she's gonna make it. But I can't, you know, I can't just overly stress myself out over, oh my God, I don't think I could do is send up a prayer and ask the Lord to have mercy on them. But at the end of the day, just like it is what it is. You know? It is what it is. And if the Lord destroys that seed, you'll get it back in the kingdom. That spirit, you'll get it back. And on top of that, the Lord destroyed it because he wasn't pleased with it. You know, so you have to think of it that way. So, you know, don't get butthurt because your baby mama's on demon time and she's not letting you see your kid, man. For one thing, you Jakes better start vetting these women before you put seeds in these hoes, man. And a lot of this shit we bring on ourselves because we ain't vetting the fucking bitches we deal with. You know, like a lot of times it's just like, nigga, the signs are on the wall. What are you like what are you doing? Like, you see that the bitch is a demon. It's because she's telling you good and the pussy is good. Excuse my vulgarity, but you know, it's because it feels good. That doesn't mean that that's the best situation, man. Okay, Jay got to stop thinking with your rods, man. Stop thinking with your fucking heads on between your legs and start thinking, man. You know, if you know that you got a demon for a child's mother, don't be putting no babies in that woman, man. Okay, don't do that. Why? Because for the simple fact, you gonna have hell on earth. Okay, I'm just, you know, my situation, for example. I mean, I don't let my situation overcome me, you know, because I've already got to the point I really don't give a fuck about it no more. It is what it is. But when I was younger, you know, it used to bother me a little bit, man, you know, but hey, the Lord took care of that. And I left it in Yahweh Shem Yahushai's hands. Now it's just up to him what happens. But I've seen brothers broken down because they can't have a relationship with their kids. And you got to overcome that shit, man. Because the Lord would destroy you if you allow that child or that mother or that woman or anything outside of this truth hinder your progress towards Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right? Remember, these kids don't belong to us. Okay? They belong to Esau. Okay? Worst case scenario, let his ass take them. And I'm not telling you brothers to give up on your children because, you know, we don't want to do that, of course. But realistically speaking, man, you can't be all butthurt over these wicked ass children. These kids ain't right, man. Okay? But anyway, this is the book of Sirach 16. Now I'm going to start at verses 1. And it reads, it says, desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons, right? And most of these kids, they're unprofitable because, like I said, they don't do anything but fucking bring hell on you. You know, they talk back, you know, they're disrespectful, they're not productive, they don't want to cook, they don't want to clean, they don't want to serve you. You know, they just feel like you're there to buy them and serve them and buy them food and Xboxes and all this other dumb shit, man. You know, like they only hit you up when they want something, man. You know, I'm like, you hit me up when you want something, but any other time I'm trying to talk to your little beanhead ass and then you don't, you know, you ain't trying to deal. So fuck that shit. We ain't playing them games, man. You know, if you ain't dealing on a daily basis, then you don't need to deal when you got your hand out. You know, me, I tell my daughter quick, I ain't got shit for you. Go ask your mama. You know what I'm saying? She go to the state. Go get your money from Esau. You know, since I wasn't good enough, go do that. You see? Because this is too much bullshit going on in this fucking world, man, to be worried about that madness. You know, brothers in jail, motherfuckers losing money behind this. Nah, we ain't playing them games, man. You know? But it says here, neither delight in ungodly sons. It says, though they multiply, rejoice not in them except the fear of the Lord be with them. So if they not dealing with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then it's safe to say fuck them. And this is like when they of an age. Now, when they under the age of 12, I mean, you know, the scriptures tell you that children is full of folly. So, I mean, you know, you deal how you deal. But once they get over the age of 12 years old, then it's like, all right, fuck them. You know, they ain't right anyway. The hell with them. Okay, especially if they ain't fearing the Lord. It says, trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude. It says, for one is just. It says, for one that is just is better than 1,000. And it is better to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. Right, man? So that's the point. It's better to not have these little bastards or these little demons before you have them and they're a bunch of demons, man. Because you see what's happening. Keisha raising these little, as Apostle Ricard called them, GMO babies. You know, with the he called them little mop head GMO babies and little dread head niggas. Them little crazy ass niggas that be running in people's spots. You know, punching people, stealing shit. Hey, how about Shem Yahushai told us, man, hey, it's better to not have them type of children. You know, like me personally, hey, if I know what I know, I wouldn't have any kids, man. Straight up. I don't want the burden and I don't want to deal with the bullshit. But, you know, sometimes that ain't the case. But it says, trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude. It says, for one that is just is better than 1,000. So if you got one good kid that's in favor of your wicked kids, and hey, it's better off to have that one kid. But it says it is better to die without children than to have them that are ungodly, man. Okay, so that's what it is. You know, don't run out your wits for these children, man. Okay, a lot of men run out of their wits for kids because, you know, they're just what they've been taught to do. You know, you've been called a deadbeat if you ain't there. Here you financially supporting the fucking kid, but you still call it deadbeat. You know, but then when you're there and trying to establish order, then they calling you too abrasive, you're too aggressive. It's just like you can't win here. And I always like to use this statement that, you notice when a child grows up and be a fucking failure, they blame the father because he wasn't around. Which I don't know how they can do that because clearly the influence comes from the mother. But when a kid grows up to be an Olympian, then all of a sudden, you know, the mother gets all the credit, but the father gets no credit for his genes. You know, like you may be an athletic individual and the son may take out of your attributes and go to the NBA. They would never attribute a man's talent to that kid. But instead they say, oh, because his mama supported him and stuck by him. But the minute he becomes a dropout and a drug dealer and gets 50 years in prison, then all of a sudden, now the father, oh yeah, the father's the problem. Because they teach these bitches they don't have to be accountable, man. Okay, but that's all fixing to change. All right. Sirach 33, and I'm going to start at verses... let's start at verses 21. It says, for it is better that thy children shall seek to thee than thou shouldest stand to their courtesy. Right? So, hey, they need to come and seek a relationship with you, man. Okay? Don't be overly like, especially when they're younger, you know, the mother don't let you talk to them. You losing your fucking mind. Hey, man, let them come to you, man. Okay? Especially when you're getting the cold shoulder and they don't want to deal with you. Then what are you dealing with them for? You know? And it says, in all thy works, keep to thyself the preeminence and leave not a stain in thy honor. Okay, but the point I wanted to make was, for it is better that thy children shall seek to thee than thou shouldst stand to their courtesy. So yeah, man, you ain't gotta pipe down to these little demons, man. Okay, at the end of the day, if they ain't trying to give the program, to hell with them. You know, not saying don't take care of your children because you know you need to, but if they not right, man, and it's just like a headache, then don't overly stress yourself out over these kids, man. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.